So, good evening, friends. My name is Akshat Sinha and I'm your host for the evening. We are doing the part 2 of diabetes and pre-diabetes, which is an interview with Dr. Shakti. Welcome to the show, Dr. Shakti.
Thank you.
So, Dr. Shakti, as you would know, is a visiting consultant with Max and Apollo Hospitals, New Delhi. And when we discussed and we started the topic diabetes and pre-diabetes last time, she did mention a lot of things. Would you like to summarize that, or would you like to test my knowledge?
I think it's better you summarize, so we will come to know how much people understood, like people like you.
Yeah. So, as far as I remember, diabetes and pre-diabetes is basically a condition when our sugar level in the blood is high. Blood sugar level is high. Pre-diabetes being the condition uh, in which the regular value is exceeded from the test, the diagnostic tests that are done, but it is not beyond a point where it can be considered as diabetes.
Threshold, yes.
Right. So that's what I remember. I also remember that pre-diabetes itself is a risk factor for diabetes, and you did mention a lot of other modifiable and non-modifiable risk factors there. People can go to the first part, which is there on our Facebook and our YouTube, and see those things.
Yes.
I also remember that you mentioned that pre-diabetes is a condition which is reversible and manageable.
Yeah, very true.
So, and you mentioned that this can be done by controlling our modifiable risk factors through lifestyle changes and all. Why don't we start this session by you telling us about what are these lifestyle changes that one can incorporate in their life?
So, Akshat, you have really remembered a lot.
Yeah.
You've done your homework well.
Thank you.
So as you mentioned everything about pre-diabetes and diabetes, we have refreshed our memories.
Right.
And so these lifestyle factors, these lifestyle management, it's a very, very crucial part of management of diabetes as well as pre-diabetes.
Right.
So what happens is that we have to incorporate these changes and make them permanent.
Right.
Okay, so that is the only way they will help in the long run.
Right.
And the most important part of this is weight management.
Okay.
So weight management, as you would know that we should know our body mass index for this, that is our BMI.
Right.
So if our BMI is more than 25, we are overweight.
Where can one check our BMI?
Yeah, you can check. I mean, you need to know your height and weight.
Right.
And there are, numerous online charts available, formula, and they will give you your BMI.
Okay.
So, once you know your BMI, you will know how much weight you have to lose.
Right.
If you lose just 5 to 7% of your weight, supposing you weigh 100 kg,
right,
and you lose 5 to 7 kilograms,
right,
this will be enough to decrease your risk by 50%.
50%?
Yes, yes.
50% risk of being diabetic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
or
incredible.
Pre-diabetic.
Yeah.
Or pre-diabetic. So
Right.
this is actually a prevention for both.
Right.
So I think it is very important
to
lose weight, and you can do this by the other components of lifestyle management. So the next component is diet control.
Okay.
So diet is also important because you need to have a low fat, low sugar diet.
Right.
So a lot of counseling, nutrition counseling and diet charts are available.
Okay.
But the main thing to remember is not to skip meals.
Okay.
To have regular meals, and but eat small portions at one time.
Okay.
Okay, and have a high fiber, low fat, low carb diet.
Okay.
So if you can make your own chart, or if you can manage it on your own, is good enough, but it can be cumbersome for one.
Okay.
For some, so you can go to a dietitian and get and be counseled about it.
So we can seek professional help in terms of creating a diet plan for ourselves.
Yes.
So you mentioned two. You mentioned one would be our knowing our BMI and manage reducing our weight, and the second is diet control, which would also lead to weight control. What else? What kind of lifestyle change?
Yes, the third most important is physical exercise.
Okay.
So it has been recommended and found out in many studies that doing just 150 minutes of physical activity in a week
Okay.
is good enough for an overall healthy lifestyle.
Okay.
So this translates to roughly half an hour for 5 days in a week.
Okay.
So you don't need to go to the gym. It can be just be a brisk walk.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you don't need to be, go for any strenuous or weight-bearing exercises to lose weight.
Right.
You can just do a brisk walk for this amount of time in a week.
So apart from doing our weight control, which needs to be managed, so we do our diet control and we do our exercise, physical exercise control, which both need to be repetitive and consistently done.
Consistent, yes.
Yeah, that's what I understood. So in case such in case a person does not go in for diagnostics or at different age groups, are there any symptoms of diabetes that one can look out for?
Yeah. So I think the most common symptom which a person who has high levels of sugar in the blood experiences is fatigue or tiredness.
Right.
So it's a very vague symptom, like I can feel tired all the time, maybe because I'm stressed out or overworked,
right,
or even I'm just feeling lazy.
Right.
But if it is persistent,
right,
and you feel that it's affecting your day-to-day activity,
right,
then you should go to a doctor and get it checked.
Right.
Okay. So then another common symptom is that when sugar levels begin to rise, the kidneys start to produce more urine. So that sugar is flushed out.
To compensate, basically.
Yes.
Right.
So a person can have frequent urination.
Right.
And because of that, he increasingly feels more thirsty.
Okay.
And has a dry mouth.
Okay.
So this is also a very common symptom. And the third most common, and because the sugar is high, but the body is not getting energy.
Right.
So one is you feel fatigued. Second is you feel more hungry.
Right.
So your appetite increases.
Right.
And but you do not gain weight. So because all of that energy is being consumed. Okay. So with an increased appetite, you actually have weight loss.
Okay. So that's a strange combination.
Yes.
Right. So these can be markers, but they're very subtle. I mean, as you mentioned, in terms of a person being very stressed out in our general life, we might not notice, because we can feel fatigue or we can feel long gaps and then a lot of urination because our life is not managed as much. Yeah. What can be the complications that can arise because of diabetes? So diabetes is a condition we might or might not know about it, or I'm ignoring it. What can be the complications that it can lead to?
So, if the levels of sugar in the blood remain high for several months, let's say few weeks, few months,
right,
a person doesn't come to know,
right,
then ultimately the body's processes start getting affected.
Right, right.
So immunity becomes impaired, healing process. So the person can get recurrent infections. For example, skin infections, urine infection, chest infection, and these take longer to heal because the body's immunity is reduced.
Okay.
Glucose does is, there's a term, it's a technical term, glucotoxicity. So it is actually affecting the entire circulation in the body and
blood
blood circulation. Right. So all the processes like heart, all the organs are being affected. Okay. So if the large blood vessels are affected, it can lead to heart problem and stroke. Okay. So people with with diabetes are at much higher risk for these complications.
Right.
And if small vessels start getting affected, small circulation start getting affected, then our eyes, kidneys, and nerves, all of these slowly start getting affected. So actually, according to various studies, so 50% of diabetics, suppose you are diagnosed diabetic,
right.
So after approximately 20 years, right, you will have some of these complications because circulation starts getting affected slowly and progressively.
Yeah, as you mentioned, diabetes is a progressive condition. And diabetes per se requires medication.
Yes.
While pre-diabetes is a condition which is reversible by through lifestyle changes and managing your body, your weight, your exercise. I remember in the last session we discussed about substance abuses and
that is a very big
smoking, and I think alcohol was one.
Yes, these are
all stress markers also.
Yes, I think stress is also a very big factor, risk factor for pre-diabetes, even for blood sugar, heart problem,
right,
depression. So because all of these lead to a very unhealthy lifestyle.
Right.
So you have an unhealthy diet, you don't exercise. So it leads to, it's actually, there's a term for all this called metabolic syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
People become overweight, they have sugar, blood pressure. So
it's a cycle.
It's a cycle.
It's a cycle which generates on its own. Like, I mean, if you have stress and you are overworked, you skip meals, and then you have odd things, and then you have bad things probably. So you're not focused. So So as I understand, pre-diabetes and I mean actually before that, prevention is important.
Yes.
If we can prevent it, would be the best. And then diagnosing it at the right and the detection at the right time, at the early time, can help us to avoid long term and I think cure after that.
Cure is control. Yeah, we should. I mean, we have to. I mean, lifetime control is required, and with medication and monitoring. Monitoring is very important. We have to monitor for these complications also. Every year we must get the eyesight checked up and ECG done. So all these things are very important in the long control of diabetes.
Right. And thank you very much. I remember one instance that you shared with me, that a friend of yours.
Yeah. Yes. There was one friend, and she, after our first video, she went and got herself tested.
Right.
And unfortunately, her sugars were in the pre-diabetic range.
Right.
So fortunate, because she came to know, she was aware that she had some risk factors.
Right. Although she's quite young.
Yeah, she's in her 30s, yes.
Right.
She knows that she has to be on lifestyle control and management.
Right.
And I think she will, work towards it and get it checked regularly.
Right.
So that's
great.
A good thing that.
So I'm very happy that at least what our efforts have been, at least they've borne fruit for one person. And I would like to mention it again. Prevention is the key, and lifestyle management can help in a long way to test. I remember you mentioned that for Asians we need to
do it at 35.
Right.
Above 35 years, our risk increases.
Right. In comparison to Caucasian or European and Americans who can look at a 45 year. Right. So that's an ethnic.
Yeah.
So please look at our earlier video also. There are a lot of information that I'm sure that can be helpful to you. And I'm very thankful to Dr. Shakti for doing this session and helping us out. Thank you so much. Anything that you would like to share with as a
No,
party?
I think that the way you have explained it means that people have understood. So I'm just thankful for that.
Yeah.
And I want to thank Ms. Sakshi for her technical support and patience with us.
Right. So thank you very much, Sakshi. I'm very thankful to all our viewers, and our videos are being uploaded on YouTube as well, a simple practice. And I've also recently started a YouTube channel. It's called In Conversation with Akshat Sinha, where I'm trying to put up videos of different people that I'm meeting with, and I hope that they will be of relevance and help to the viewers. Thank you very much. Take care, stay safe.
Yes.
See you soon. We'll be back with new things.